Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Seth. In today's video we're going to be reviewing / rating the movie F1. Now, for the rating it'll be out of 5 stars, with half of a star being the lowest it can go to 5 stars being the highest it can go. Now I do want to give some disclaimers before we start this video. First one being that I'm going to be talking about the movie, so there will be spoilers. And second one being that these are just my opinions and my takes on the movie. If you do not like them, that's fine. If you do, then that's great. Now let's get on to the video. F1 is directed by Joseph Kosinski, and the cast also stars Brad Pitt as Sonny, Damson Idris as Joshua Pierce, Javier Bardem as Ruben, and Carrie Culkin as Kate. Now F1 is an intense, action-packed, underdogish, and just a love story to Formula One. F1. Now, it mainly follows 4 characters throughout the movie. The first one being Sonny. Sonny is an older, more secure in himself, wiser man. In his prime, he was a reckless, overrated driver, they say. But with his questionable past, he's now trying to redeem himself. He has a unique way of doing things where in this movie you think either he's a genius or he's so out of touch. He's all gas, no brakes. But he is a lover of the game. No matter what kind of racing it is, he wants to be in the driver's seat doing it. Next one we have is Joshua Pierce. He's the young guy on the team. He's cocky. He's hungry to show his talents. And also, he is very talented. He loves racing, but he loves what racing can provide for him, which is fame and money. Now, Sonny and Joshua will be team members and will have to work with each other throughout the movie, with Joshua's youngness and cockiness and Sonny's old-fashioned and wiserness. As I say, they will have to work together, and maybe throughout the end they'll get to learn something from both of them. Now, Ruben is the manager / boss of the teams and company, and his company is struggling and he's trying to keep it afloat. But he remembers the days where him and Sonny used to be team members racing, and he's always saw something in Sonny. So he tries to bring him back on his team to see if he can do something for Sonny, and so he can help his team also too. Now, Kate is very smart and very hungry to prove herself. She helps with the dynamics of the car, like wind resistance, and just how to make it go faster. But she's also too wants to prove herself and prove all her doubters wrong. Now all 4 of them have a goal and they want to prove themselves. Now F1 also too helps you with kind of how all the things go around in there and how things go around with making the car, the racing, and some of the tracks. They use terminology like box, where box is like you're going to the pit basically to get new tires, fill up your gas, and to get new parts on there. And they also use terminology like tire-wise and teach you about tires, where soft tires, medium tires, hard tires, when to use them, what tires are best for what situations, and strategies of how long you can use those tires. Also, this movie actually shows you real F1 drivers, such as Lewis Hamilton, Max Verstappen, Lando Norris, and Charles Leclerc. And it also gets you on the real racetracks they use for their events and the races that they do. Now, for the technical side of the film, this movie is nominated for 4 categories at the Oscars, with the first one being Best Picture, next one being Best Film Editing, Best Visual Effects, and Best Sound. And rightfully so, these are all did a phenomenal job in those categories. The racing scenes are the best part of the film, with how they used their camera operation and how they used their cameras and set them up. With the first camera being, right in front of the cockpit, where you get to see the racer / actor's facial expressions while he's racing, and then they flip the camera and switch it on you so you get to see their point of view. And it makes you feel like you're in the driver's seat with that experience. They also use cameras behind the car so that you get to see another racer coming up on them, or you get to see on the other cameras when they turn, you get to see the tire turn. Or they use pans where it's like a car's going this fast, they're gonna go that fast with the camera. And they didn't show a drone on this, but for one of those scenes I know that it was filmed probably on a drone because it gave you such a wider aerial shot of it. Now, mix that with the editing they did, and then on top of that put the soundtrack, which a lot of the soundtrack was hippie, upbeat, and trendy. So put all that together with the concoction they had, and you got a great experience for those race scenes. Now the ending race scene is phenomenal. I've seen this movie 3 times, and every time I've seen it is just spectacular / phenomenal. Now my rating for this would be a 4.5 out of 5. As I say, the racing scenes were so great. Everybody loves an underdog story and to prove yourself and to prove your doubters wrong. So that was my movie, that was my review and rating on it. Thank you for watching, don't forget to like and subscribe, and goodbye!